I'm so happy you're here. Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie. I'm WildCare's director. Welcome to my apartment with all the clutter behind me. But today I'm really excited to talk about what I've been doing at home, and I have been incubating osprey eggs, and I have permission from Mass Wildlife and USDA to do this. I also hold a federal permit for rehabbing migratory birds through WildCare, and I hold a state permit. Important that I state that because not everyone can incubate osprey eggs. So I got 2 sets of osprey eggs from USDA. The nests had to be removed from 2 different chimneys. One nest was in Falmouth, one nest was in Osterville. And what happens is homeowners, if there's a nest on your roof, if it has eggs or chicks in it, you cannot remove it. You have to contact either USDA directly or Pest Control Services and go through a permit process for that nest to be removed. It makes me sad that the nests were removed because these are such amazing creatures and they only have one opportunity to breed in the season. But these nests were on chimneys, which also can pose a threat, can cause a carbon monoxide issue in the home in some cases. So these came from chimney nests, and I took the eggs and incubated them and have hatched them, and then the goal is to get these babies into wild foster nests. And so this has been an amazing, extraordinary experience. I cannot even explain. It's been a beautiful experience. I specialize in eggs, but I have never done raptor eggs. And so I've done a lot of consult, and thankfully these babies seem to be thriving. So what I'm going to do is we're going to, the first chicks, one of them is 4 days old now, and one of them is 2 days old. Osprey incubate as soon as they lay the first egg, and they lay up to 4 eggs. So they start incubating, and so their chicks hatch at all different times. And this is an evolutionary strategy. So in times when there's lots of food, everyone may survive. It ensures that you have a few chicks that will absolutely survive. So I'm going to take the big guys out first. I first do one, and then I bring out the other while the first one screams its head off for more food. And I'm probably not going to talk while I'm doing it, so I'll answer questions after. So here are the chicks, and this is their mom, super attentive mom, always watching. Here we go. And I'm going to take out... What are you guys doing? They're so cute. You take this one out first. I have a little warm bed right here for him. Put the other one back. The other one's passed out. Okay. So what they're eating, by the way, is ground up. It's ground up quail, ground up mice and rats. Fish that is frozen and thawed is actually not very nutritionally rich. And so I will be adding fish into the diet, but not yet. He's faster than I am. So cute. They're getting so big, like they really grab at the food now. I usually give them a few minutes between each bite, make sure they vocalize again and that everything's going down. And he's not going to get cold because he's on this little hot pack. This is the, I had a clutch of 3 eggs from Falmouth, and the first one that hatched did not survive. It wasn't well. We now know that it was sick. And this was number 2 who hatched. And number 3 is the next one who I'm going to bring out. How are you doing, kiddo? to hear them vocalize. It's important. I want to make sure they swallow everything and nothing's coming up and they're not aspirating fluid into their lungs. I also like when they vocalize because they stand up and then I can see their crop. Make sure it's not too full. And over here. Yep. Don't do that. Oops. Sticking. I love when you really grab it like that. This bird's a little bit noticeably lighter than the other one. How are we doing? How's our crop? So I have to weigh out their food at each feeding, and they get a certain % of body weight every day. And then I always put a little extra in there because I'm going to take his sibling out, and then he can have a few extra pieces. So I need to get the food for the other sibling. And just make sure he doesn't roll off the table. You see his face like, what's going on? What's going on? Oops. Did you peck him? Mm-hmm. That's what they do. Come on. What a little wise guy. And this is what happens. I don't think they don't commit siblicide, but you have, you know, this one hatched 2 days before this one, so in the nest he would be stronger, he would be getting all the food, and the newly hatched need to get it together like pretty quick. Ooh, little buggers. It's good to see this normal behavior though.
Yeah.
Oops. Your mother missed your mouth. I'm sorry. Come on, kiddo. So, yeah, this one just hatched 2 days ago. So, we're going to get them into a nest with a foster family. Osprey will readily accept chicks that aren't their own. They can't count. I just need to make sure that my chicks are within at least 3 days of age of their chicks. And I don't want to overload a mom and dad. So I'm only going to give them chicks if they only have 2. I can give them 2 more. Wow, you have a lot to say. Here's a little piece. Let me see your crop. Ooh. Don't you peck at him. Wow. And I don't have to worry about imprinting. So these chicks, they can't be placed into a foster nest until they're at least 5 days old. The risk of imprinting starts around day 10. So right now, they respond to anything that's in front of them, which is great. They'll respond to a parent when they're in a nest. If I had them past day 10, that's when we get into problems where they're maturing, they can see better, they know what's happening, and they recognize. I can give you another little piece, but you already had your allocated. You already had your allocated 3%. Mm-hmm. Oops. Sorry. Sorry. There. Nice. Looking good. You okay? Okay. No rolling off the table, please. I wipe their faces. They hate it. But we are not in the wild. We're in a, you know, a more sterile environment, and I need to keep them clean. Last piece. Hear that sound he's making?
Oh, what is it?
It's like one of those adult vocalizations. I don't know what it means. There, how you doing? How you doing? You guys, that's it. You have to stop because you've had your fill.
They're tracking you.
I know. You're so funny. Oops. I think this is good. Okay. You hear the burping?
Oh, yeah.
So then I put them back. I feed them every 6 hours. And then I close the door. And then they have this parent that they can look at. There. Beautiful. Did anyone have any questions?
I didn't see any questions.
Okay, and I'm happy to I can go online and answer the questions after this. So those are the babies. I'm gonna sign off, and I have 2 more babies to feed. But I hope to get these babies into an active nest on Monday. Feeling hopeful. So please tune in. We're gonna post updates, and I promise to keep you posted. It's exciting for all of us. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.